Okay, hello boys and girls, ladies and gents, welcome back to my channel. A few of you have asked for this over the last few months, and I have finally got to recording this video. Very super quick tutorial on how to sound like Mike Kerr from Royal Blood just by using one amplifier, not two separate amplifiers, one amplifier for both sounds, bass and guitar sounds. So super quickly, we'll start with my DI box / overdrive pedal, which I have previously reviewed on my channel, so you can always go back and have a look at that. It's called Aguilar Tone Hammer. Right, so this is my main bit of equipment. Any DI box should be able to do this. Any sort of a similar type of equipment should be able to do this, like Sansamp or whatever you can get your hands on. As long as you can split one signal, so your main signal, as long as you can split it into two separate signals, then it should do the job. So I'm going straight from my bass guitar into the input of the Aguilar. The DI out, I will take straight into my splitter pedal, which in this case is the AB200. I chose this pedal because it gives you the freedom to choose which channel you want to have on or off, etc. So from the DI out straight into the splitter pedal. From the jack out, I am going into my octave pedal. In this case is the POG 2, which is the slightly more expensive version of the POG octave pedals. You can use any decent octave pedal for this part. This will give me the octave up. From this pedal, I'm going into this Crunchmaster, which is not the cheapest pedal on the market, but you can have any distortion pedal or any kind of overdrive pedal that you like. You can get decent overdrive or distortion pedals for around 20 to 30 pounds nowadays. So from the output of the distortion pedal, I'm going into the second channel on my splitter box, on my splitter pedal. Now, as I said to you, DI out into the bass input, and then I'm using the B1 output from this splitter pedal. So in this position we are on, in this position we're off, and for the guitar, out of the distortion pedal into the input of the AB200, and then the B2 output is my active output, which I can choose to have on or off. So this is on, B2 is on. This is basically it in a nutshell, but you might be asking yourselves, we still have two outputs, B1 and B2. How are we gonna go into one bass amp or one guitar amp? It is the cheapest part of this tutorial. What we're gonna use is simply a double jack, two jack into one jack converter adapter. You can get one of those for around, well, a decent one will cost over £5. This one cost me £1.99 if I am remembering correctly. So what you do is, we have the guitar jack from the guitar output here in my hand. I'm going to plug it into one side, and then we have the bass output, which is coming out from B1 here. It's again in my hand, and I'm going to put it in here, and I'm going to plug this into my bass amp, and in just a few seconds you will hear the result. Okay, so now that I've plugged the two cables into the adapter and both in my amp, first I'm going to start with the bass sound on its own. So B1 is on, B2 is not on, so the guitar sound will not be going through for you to hear, so just the bass. Now I'm going to try the guitar sound on its own. So I've already got the octave preset here, and I've just sort of put on a standard sort of distortion overdrive sound here. So the guitar on its own, just the guitar sound on its own sounds like this. Now let's try the two together. There we go. Right, and that's it, boys and girls. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button to get more notifications for silly videos like this.